Well, he promised to end divisive politics, but a new Gallup poll shows President Obama is now historically one of the most polarizing presidents in history. During his third year in office, 80% of Democrats approved of the president's job performance compared to only 12% of Republicans. So could it get even worse ahead of the 2012 elections? Joining us now for fair and balanced debate on this new Gallup poll is the founder of the Tea Party 365 and radio talk show host David Webb, and Newsday columnist and Fox News contributor Ellis Henican, joining us from New Orleans this morning, down there getting some jambalaya. Ellis, I'll start with you this morning. Most polarizing president in history?
Well, very polarizing times, Clayton. There's no doubt about that, right? People see the country very, very differently, and those divisions have probably never been this big. Whether Obama himself is such a polarizing figure, I wouldn't say so. I mean, he's more of one of these conciliator-type personalities. In fact, a lot of people on his left think that he gives in too much. So, frankly, I don't think it's so much an individual question, Clayton, but more just kind of the times that we live in.
David, just a sign of the times? Is he a conciliatory president?
No, he's not. I mean, let's face it, Clayton. Obama lied when he said he would bring this country together. It was never in his business model. This was a guy who said that he wanted to fundamentally transform America, wanted to change it from the country that it is. And that's antithetical to what Americans believe. We are a country where people work together. We're a mosaic of different ethnicities, of different economic classes, if you will. But we also have opportunity. And this is a guy who decided to go against all of that and use every form of crony capitalism, every form of Solyndra-like behavior, every form of green energy model that he could come up with that failed, and everything that was not really what Americans are used to.
Ellis,
and
what about
this divisiveness is there because of this.
What about the obstructionist charge? And the president even talked about it in the State of the Union address, saying, look, Republicans weren't willing to work with me, and even Mitch McConnell coming in saying that it was his goal to make him a one-term president. That's what the White House would say, that they've tried to work with Republicans. What do you say?
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like I don't feel polarized from David at all. I mean, I kind of like David. But on the other hand, like 2 minutes into our segment, where Obama's a liar and all this stuff is so terrible. You know, honest to God, I think, frankly, a lot of us in the media contribute to this because, you know, there's never been a time where our media has not been more polarized, right? Where you can consume media all day long, guys, and never hear anything you disagree with. And I think that's not healthy. I think it's good to have these kind of conversations back and forth. It turns out Webb isn't such a bad guy after all.
Well, you know, but Ellis, here's the problem that we run into, is that you cannot do something that's antithetical to what America really is, where we work together. We may disagree, but in the end promise to change it. You're going to have polarization, and frankly, we've seen the far left. This is a president who acknowledged Occupy Wall Street and praised it, while he ignored the millions of people in the Tea Party movement on his front lawn. So what are we looking at? We're playing an agenda. He works with the SEIU, clearly a far-left union organization in their behavior, but yet he helps give them waivers. They gave unions more waivers than anything for Obamacare.
Ellis, I'll give you the final word.
That.
Well, listen, I mean, David, if we take every single thing we disagree with and we turn it into some kind of evil, horrible, immoral, outrageous, anti-American belief, then nobody's ever going to get along. Honest to God, I think we're much better off if we try to find some stuff in the middle that we can agree on and try to keep the conversation sort of lighthearted and civil. But I got to say, we got a long way to go on all that. Yeah.